Yo, yo, yo. What's poppin', everybody? What's poppin'? While I'm finalizing, getting set up, everybody run up the likes on the stream and subscribe if you're not subscribed, boys. Late night stream tonight. All the hardcores gonna be filing in. All the late night hardcores, that is. Sorry, boys. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Soda Pop, what's poppin'? The 328 countdown starts now. The buck countdown starts now. I agree. The bug countdown starts now, and UFC 328 countdown starts now as well. Um, and speaking of the countdown, shout out my member Brian C. Look at him with that bright blue badge. Got a little teal badge going for his second month. Shout out Brian C. But no, speaking on the Joaquin Buckley interview, part one's dropping tomorrow. I was gonna drop it today, but I'm just like, fuck it, man. Let's just drop it tomorrow. Let's let UFC 327 completely settle, and let's start off Monday with the Joaquin Buckley, press package coming your way. So part one of the Joaquin Buckley UFC 328 pre-fight interview dropping tomorrow. Tune into that. If you're not a member, you guys haven't seen shit yet. So tap in. If you're a member now, you already seen the full length interview, raw. Now, speaking of interviews, we do have an interview coming up on Tuesday. So once again, boys, members finna eat first. So cop your membies now. We got a new interview coming Tuesday pertaining to this past weekend's card. So you guys should love it. Very relevant, and it's a name you guys all love. So that's all I'll say before I spoil the guest. Who Green fighting? Who is Bobby fighting? I kind of forget. So before we get into these topics, also I don't know how long I'll be live. Low-key, I feel bad, man. I got a new downstairs neighbor, and I know she could hear the shit. I know she could hear it, but I just saw her walk into her house, so I'm like, damn. She saw me. Now she gonna put the face to the voice. Luckily, though, it looks like she's coming in from the gym. So, you know, she's not going to be going to bed for another like hour or so. So we might be chilling, but I figured I'd let you guys know that I might just not be live for too long tonight. I really just want to get this Jiri Prochazka topic off my chest. And, you know, I don't know where we're going to begin. I don't know where we're going to land. You guys know that by now, right? I mean, I usually just spit these topics off the dome. I got a little bit of an idea of where I'm going with this one, but really, you know, nothing's rehearsed. Nothing's really thought out yet. So you guys will see my raw, you know, breakdown of this in a couple moments. Shout out Brian C one more time. Soda Pop says, yes, my three favorites are fighting on the same card, but I'd be fine with Van and Green losing as long as Buck wins. Me too. Come on now, of course. We can sacrifice Van and Green for the greater good. Yes, we can. You know, Van already been champion. Green, we know the story. I don't want to disrespect the guy, but you know, we know the story. So I agree, Soda Pop. Joaquin, we got gold to snatch off you know, whoever's waist at the time when we make it to the top. Who Green fighting? Jeremy Stevens, I forgot. Oh yeah. Is the guest incredible? Oh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing, Soda Pop, but actually, it's the second thing you said. Or does the guest enjoy Tuesdays? The guest does enjoy Tuesdays, and the interview's taking place on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday. Club going up. All right, let me chill out. Let me just chill out. Let me just chill out before I lose my shit. Also, bro, I rewatched the fight and he kept kicking the same leg. Yeah, so no mercy, right, Jew? We're not buying the mercy or what, homie? I was planning on rewatching the fight, but I haven't yet. I mean, I could rewatch it on my phone live for you boys. Perfect. You already know, Soda Pop. Is the guest my hometown hero? There's a lot of potential people you can interview. Nah, it's Tuesday. You got it, homie. You got it. Kicking the injured leg ain't really mercy. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of sus stuff about this fight. Going to be a good interview. It's going to be a solid one, and we got something really, you know, relevant and of importance to talk to. So I don't want to spoil it. Let's just leave it as that for now. I'm excited to get this interview underway on Tuesday. So I don't want to speak on it because I'm just so excited. I'm going to spoil this shit for you guys. So let me just leave it alone. All right. But trust me, I got this one in the bag for Tuesday. All right. I mean, let's get into this. Let's get into this, man. Man, I got nothing rehearsed, but I know what I want to say, but I got nothing rehearsed. So, I mean, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Jiri Prochazka. This dude is delusional for asking for an immediate rematch against Carlos Ulberg after getting knocked out by a kickboxer for literally the third time. Literally the third time. All right. I see Soda Pop going, yeah, I'm not going to lie. Jiri been annoying me recently. Honestly, the way he's handling this loss is super annoying, and it's nothing new, man. It's nothing new. Another loss, another cope, boys. Another loss, another cope. Okay, first it was voodoo. Now it's mercy. At least we know this guy's fucking kryptonite by now. You know, voodoo and fucking mercy. First loss to Pereira, you know, I want it fair. You know, I want no magic, no witchcraft, no voodoo. Still knocked out. You know what I mean? Still knocked out. Happens with Carlos Ulberg. Now he showed mercy. He wants a rematch. Bro, I mean, you're kind of delusional. You are straight delusional. Calling for this rematch right now. So, I mean, let's get into it. On the post-fight Octagon interview, he did speak on it. You know, I think we could play that one first. It's also getting Ulberg's reaction 2-1. So I guess let's play this one first. But, you know, I'm calling it. You know, homie delusional, another loss, another cope. First it was the voodoo. Now it's mercy. We know his kryptonite. Calling for immediate rematch is crazy. Hold on. So here's the narrative. What am I talking about? Right? What am I talking about? What's this guy talking about? What's this guy on? Okay, well then here's the context. This is what I'm on.
Said in his post-fight interview that he felt sympathy for you when he saw the injury and he kind of showed mercy, in his opinion. Do you agree with that assessment from Jiri?
I felt like mercy, you know. In that fight, I felt so sorry with him. I still can't understand that fight was won. I won that fight.
You had it.
Yeah, I had it.
So you dropped your guard, you felt mercy when you saw that his knee was blown out.
Yes, that's right.
No, I don't think that. I feel like he made the mistake there, because I would not have done the same. If you're in there to get that title, you do whatever it takes to get that win.
Okay.
And I don't know, man. This is one thing I was picking up on from Ulberg is, actually, this reading between the lines, if you watched the full press conference, maybe you had the same thought, maybe you didn't. But I'm going back into Ulberg's full post-fight press conference, alluding to what he kind of said, the narrative that he set. Everyone's speaking about this injury that he overcame and still knocked out Jiri. One thing Carlos has been saying is look, Yuri's the one who was talking about this shit all week. Jiri was putting this shit out there like he's a bigger dog than me, right? Like I'm scary and shit like that. We could play the clip. But basically, Jiri thought he was the better man going into this fight, and Ulberg was hearing all of that narrative coming from Jiri, and he was mentally preparing himself all week to be, mentally tough to match Yuri's mettle in there. And for Jiri to claim mercy when really he sparked something in Ulberg to increase his mettle in the fight, pre-fight, mentally prepare himself. Like, look, bro, Jiri calling me scary. He calling me soft. He thinks I'm just like this pretty boy. He think he gonna show me something. No matter what he gives me on the night, I'm walking through it. And I mean, that's why he was able to overcome this knee injury or this calf injury. That's his explanation, at least. That's what he's been saying. So when he goes ahead and explains Jiri Prochazka, I don't really buy it. That's his mistake, because if you're in there for the title, then you do what you got to do to win. I mean, that's what he got from Jiri all week. Jiri was setting that standard. So I almost feel like he could backhandedly be like calling cap, being like Yuri's the one who set this tone for the fight, and he can't even kick me when I'm injured. I've activated dog mode. You activate dog mode too. I'm injured. Who cares? We both don't care. I don't care. You don't care. Activate dog mode. So, that is another thought I have about this whole thing with Ulberg as well and his reaction to Jiri. But Jiri had that to say after the fight, and I don't buy it. And I did see the chat from Jew saying Joe started this narrative, though. And I do want to say this. So can we get this one clear real quick? I don't got it rehearsed. So let me just pull up X real quick, because I did retweet myself. Yeah, I retweeted myself. Get over it. Okay. That does sound crazy, though, if you aren't familiar with my madness. You retweeted yourself. It's like, yeah, off my off the Perry Punch account. Relax. Okay, so I literally said, this is quite literally the biggest cope of all time. Joe Rogan is to blame for this. Jiri would have never come up with this on his own. And this ain't no sarcasm. Like, Joe literally offered Jiri that excuse on a silver platter, and Jiri took it. Jews in the chat already. And, I've been saying it too. The excuse that Joe Rogan offered up to Jiri, as if he backed up and showed Ulberg mercy and cost himself the fight, that's not what I saw watching it live. I saw Jiri trolling him as soon as the injury happened, pointing at it, backing up, basically egging him on, like, come on, fight me. And apparently he was also continuing to kick the leg. So I don't know where this mercy came into play. In fact, I do remember it. Verbatim in my mind, I remember Jiri, after Ulberg injured himself, Jiri kicked him and Ulberg fell to the floor at least 2 times. So, mercy schmercy, bro. We don't even care. Biggest cope of all time, and we blame Joe Rogan for this. This isn't even to mention that Joe Rogan got called out by Trump, potentially, allegedly, when Trump pulled up on him at the broadcast booth. Not even to mention that. And then Joe crying for Cub Swanson's retirement. I mean, every time Joe shows up to these events, my man has himself a night. My man has himself a night for all the wrong reasons too. Crying over Cub. Last time it was fucking Carla Esparza. I mean, get right with yourself ASAP for that one. But it's like crying over Cub, offering up excuses on a silver platter, getting called out by Trump for talking shit on him on your own platform podcast, right? I mean, 3-1 is crazy. 3-1's crazy for Joe. But to be honest, I don't fault Joe. I see a lot of people saying like, well, good, Joe can call him out on his podcast. Hey, I didn't say I disagree with Joe calling out Trump. I would call out Trump too on my own platform, which I have been doing. Not really, but just like slight comments here and there, you know? Just kind of challenging the masses. But yeah. So doesn't negate the fact that Joe's just kind of like a pick-me. At the end of the day, bro, Joe's just a fucking pick-me, bro. And that's what pisses me off about him. He needs to be liked by Trump. Honestly, you know, Joe's just a pick-me, bro. He crying over Carlos Esparza, Cub Swanson, offering up Jiri Prochazka an excuse. I mean, I saw someone tell me, I think it was Franklin, saying, you know, it's his fucking zodiac sign. Homie's a Leo. I don't know much about the zodiac signs, but I'll buy into it. You know, I know this much. Homie is straight pick-me. Fucking Joe. Straight pick-me. Okay. Back to it, though. Back to it. Here's Jiri calling for the immediate rematch. I mean, straight delusion. Straight delusion. It's like, bro, I got to put the screenshot on here because you're so delusional, Jiri. And what's the difference between this one and the loss to Alex? You asked for a rematch, then you always want a fucking rematch, bro. You know, the truth is, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this one right now. The truth is, Jiri, you're just not as good as advertised. You know, you run through, oh my God, these blue eyes are just piercing through my soul right now. Anyway, you know, you run through your opponents, Jiri. I'm locked in on your eyes, homie. It's me and you right now. You know, you run through your opponents, you know, Khalil, all these good guys that aren't really crossing that barrier, right? And then there's the top of the division, right? So there's Khalil, then there's the top of the division, and then there's you, Jiri. You are that gatekeeper for like that top 3, top 5, like the title contention. If they could beat you, okay, put them up there for the title. If they can't get past you, no need to put them, you know, up in the title picture anytime soon. We understand their ceiling by now because we know your ceiling, Mr. Jiri. And, you know, when I say Jiri's not really all that good, yeah, I'm going to say it. You know, Yuri's really not all that good. Was he not about to lose to Glover Teixeira? Was he not on the verge of losing a decision to Glover Teixeira before he subbed him? Was he not down on those scorecards? I think he might have been down on those scorecards. Did he not lose to King Mo early on? I mean, losing to King Mo, kind of bad, kind of crazy. This is what I got to hold against Jiri. You know, losing to King Mo. People just overlooked this one. Losing to King Mo in 2015. Let's see how old King Mo was in 2015. Bro was born in 1981, okay? 1981. That means in 2015, this dude was like 34 years old. I mean, not bad. Not bad. He's 34. But I mean, all right, maybe I'll just take it easy on Jiri for this one. But young, hot upstart Jiri, prospect Jiri. How old was Jiri in 2015? Well, he's 12 years younger. So if homie was 34, he was 22. 22-year-old Jiri losing to 34-year-old King Mo. Okay, all right, I'm being harsh. I'll leave him alone. I'll leave him alone. I don't mind admitting. I told you guys, I don't got this shit rehearsed. I'm just exercising my thoughts, you know, on live tonight. That was a thought I had about the King Mo thing. He did avenge the loss eventually. You know, KOing Vadim Nemkov. That was some good shit. So, all right, maybe Jiri isn't like all that bad, but there's definitely something missing with Jiri when it comes to this kickboxing style matchup. Maybe Jiri just got really bad striking, because I'm also even thinking about game planning for that left hook. that Ulberg was flexing out there all night, and I feel like I got a better game plan already. You know, you tie up that fucking jab hand, that left hook, with your right hand, right, Jiri? Or, you know, whatever lead hand you got, you tie it up, and then you shoot with the other hand. Like, I didn't really see any of that going on. I feel like that's what they do in boxing. When someone's just threatening a left hook constantly, all right, tie that shit up and work the opposite hand then. And then, you know, jab one over the top, so to speak. While you got it tied up, you distract him with this hand, punch to the body, punch to the head, boom, over the top, back to the defense. You know, why Jiri got his hands down constantly? Why not put the hands up, step in, and eat a left hook with the hands up, knowing it's coming? Instead, Jiri's scary as fuck at that left hook, and we all know it. We all saw it. Homie was scary as fuck at that left hook. DC's words have never been truer from last night. And these are old DC words from like years ago, maybe a decade ago. But they apply to last night. You know, DC believes, and we control DC, right? We control DC about the John Jones knockout. I get it. Okay, let me get this one off though. All right, DC claims that a lot of guys get knocked out because of a fear of getting hit. You know, it's an intrinsic brain fear, right? They're scared of it, scared of the punch coming. Their brain shuts it off for them because of the fear. You know, it almost overcomes them. It allows the off switch to be just like, you know, hit with the push of a button, so to speak. Jiri Prochazka was scared shitless of Carlos Ulberg's left hook, and it showed, bro. That left hook barely fucking landed. Homie got it all the way out here like this, and he just knocking him with it. He just knocking him with it. And Jiri going completely down. No wind up, no nothing. No real shot to it. Just sticking it out there. You know, checking him with it. Check left hook. Jiri goes out cold. Cold. In my opinion, he was kind of scary of it. It's like, how are you going to be scary of that left hook? How have you not addressed this yet? Example, like 1000, that MMA striking is really, really, really bad, guys. It's really bad. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue with this. Let's listen to Jiri now that I got that off my chest.
Thank you all for support. Just checking the jaw here in hospital. And yeah, big apologies for my performance tonight. Still can't understand this my stupid mercy in the fight, and that cost me this fight. So I would like to fight a rematch, because, man, that was my fight. That was my fight, and I just gave him this opportunity to catch me. And big apologies to everyone who support me.
You know, the rematch would be cool, bro, if he didn't do this with Alex Pereira already. You know, calling BS on it. Saying like, oh no, Alex Pereira used witchcraft on me. He didn't really beat me. I want a rematch. You know, no witchcraft this time. I want it to be fair. No witchcraft. Now he like, you know, I showed him mercy. So I would like a rematch because that fight was mine. Homie, like, damn, the fuck? The self-entitlement is kind of crazy. Like, the world does not revolve around you. Like, tons of guys are itching for an opportunity. Not really at 205, but still. Let's just say it like that. You know, other guys deserve opportunities too, Jiri. You're not the only guy in town, even though you kind of are. And I do see people saying like, you know, this was a good fight. You don't want the rematch. Okay, fine. I told you guys once again, I didn't have anything planned out. All right, but I know that I'll always keep it 100 with you. So to those people saying, okay, you don't want to see the rematch, you don't like seeing good fights, fine, book it. All right, I'm not against it. I ain't against it. I like seeing good fights. Okay, I'm with you guys. I was excited. I'll be excited again. I'm going to buy into the excuse, right? Especially if the rematch gets booked, I'm going to buy into the excuse. I'm not going to support it, but I'm going to buy into it and let it hype me up. You feel me? I'm going to buy into it a little bit and be like, all right, you know, Jiri not finna show no mercy this time around. Let's see it. Let's see how it goes. God forbid Ulberg suffers another injury, though. And it's like, bro, okay, so what if Ulberg, cuts his eye or something like that, you going to show mercy there too? Like, this whole injury thing is so subjective. Oh, so if he tears a ligament, I'm going to have mercy. But God forbid I just bust his nose sideways on his fucking face and call it a day. No mercy there. No mercy when I break his arm in an armbar. But, God forbid he tears his ACL. Oh, I can't be kicking him, even though I do. So, rematch is kind of fine, low key, but that doesn't take away the fact that this dude is delusional for asking for it, and that he already asked for it and made bullshit excuses for Alex Pereira, still got knocked out. Now he doing the same thing with Ulberg. You know what he should be doing? Hats off to Ulberg. Good shit. No excuse in the defeat. Man, I don't know what got into me. I should have finished the fight. I didn't. No excuses. Hats off. This dude's reciting the excuse over and over and over again. Gets to the doctor's office and says it in the octagon after Joe Rogan offers it up. He might even, I don't think he said it in this caption, but he did post this today. If this is the part to be the best, I take it. Mercy was out of place in this part of myself I need to destroy. In the cage for sure. No excuses. I lost the focus. He catched me. Bro, you're giving big excuses. You're giving massive excuses, Jiri. And, Yuri finna hate me for this. But, Jiri, bro, you'll respect me as well, Jiri. Because there's no way, you can't be mad at me. You might hate me, but you can't be mad at me, homie. You called voodoo witchcraft on Pereira, made it seem like his first win was a fluke against you. You wanted it to be fair and square in the other one, as if the first one wasn't. And the same thing happened in the rematch. You take away from these guys' wins by making up these excuses, homie. That's not chill. Do you want them to do that to you? Did Khalil Roundtree make up any excuse when you knocked his ass out, or did he just take it? You and your excuses constantly. Do you want these guys doing that to you? When you get a good win, do you want an excuse? I'm sure, Glover Teixeira, the fight was his as well, right? One mistake and the fight, went into your hands. You walked away with the belt. Does Glover Teixeira deserve a rematch? So that's why Jiri deserves to be, shat on for this. He didn't have to take Joe Rogan's excuse on a silver platter, that little pick me. He didn't have to do that, but he did. And I mean, no matter how much I like Jiri, no matter how cool of a guy he is, it's just like, I'm not going to do it. And I also want to say that everybody who's really like, no offense to the boys in the chat, all right? To be honest with you, I find Jew's COPES to be pretty funny. So I'm actually not even, I'm a single out Jew and say, Jew, you kind of funny with it. So I don't even really care about yours, but if anyone's seen how Guru's doing it, like posting on his IG story, being like, Jiri Prochazka's loss, pain. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Everybody else doing that weird shit, like, acting like their brother just died. Like, chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out. It's not that serious. But I just had to say that for the one time. Like, yeah. Everyone's crying over Jiri, and it's like, bro, what the hell? What's with this massive cry cope for Jiri? Like I said, Jew, you kind of funny with it, homie, so I'm not even really talking about you. But like, I don't know, big up to Ulberg, and if anything, it's like, Jiri, bro, figure out how to enter off that left hook. What's wrong with you? Like I said, boys, I was on Max Holloway for the way he lost to Charles Oliveira. I'm not going to sit and cry over these fighters. Like, you guys think they're your boyfriends or something? Crazy. Again, not really you guys, but like, Guru for sure was like, Okay. So that's kind of, that is kind of what I think. But did everybody see this? Check this out. This is Joe getting checked by Trump. Since we are roasting Joe tonight, this is Joe getting checked by Trump. Also, check out this no-sell by Trump and on Anik, right? No eye contact on Anik, you little weasel, bro. We all know you ain't nothing. Shave your head bald, twice on Sunday. We know you ain't nothing, homie. You a nothing burger. Shit, by that standard, I know I'm a nothing burger too, so I'll call myself a nothing burger. But so is John Anik. Okay, John Anik just as much a nothing burger. I don't give a fuck if he's on the broadcast. All right, let's continue. Joe definitely doesn't fuck with Trump. Joe's been critical of Trump on his podcast, heavily critical. He has been. And look at Joe standing there, posture up, smiling at him. And then look at Trump looking at him. He's like, "You good?" He said something. I don't know what Trump said to him. If anybody got any ideas, I'd love to see it. Khalil Loki did LOL. I'm gonna read these chats. My bad for just moving on really quick. Let's just watch this and I'm gonna read the chats. I feel like Trump just called out Joe. And then Joe was serious again. Anyway, let me read these chats. I'm gonna start at the bottom, kinda. Juice says at least he's calling it stupid. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Penny Venture says it's not always the power, but also placement. I've seen fools knocked out with jabs. Nah, I know, but power is part of it. I've also seen jab knockouts, but those dudes who get jab knockouts, they're pretty fucking good jabs, to be honest. Why is Jiri always regretful in his apologies? I don't know. 93. Space Kid goes, yeah, when you put it like that, it's like, I mean, bro's always making excuses, rotting his opponent's win. Like, you think Ulberg appreciates that? Everyone questioning his win and shit like that. Shout out to Jew, but Jew being like, Ulberg had that injury going into the fight. Like, is he limping? Is he playing possum? And he might be, right? But shit, we wouldn't even be questioning it if Jiri wasn't making the excuse, bro. We would actually be big up in Ulberg. But instead, Jiri tainting Ulberg's championship win by being like, no, that's not a real win. I showed you mercy. You guys get it. He's definitely doing that. Jiri doesn't listen to instruction, low IQ. So anyway, that's some of the thoughts that I had. And to be honest with you, I don't think we'll be live for too long tonight. Just because it's late, just because I feel bad. Jiri showed his true colors this weekend. I mean, he backed up those true colors. I'm still standing on Ulberg playing possum a bit and waiting to land that hook. LOL. Shout out. No worries. Buyer Seller says, I had to fight off some haters on your IG post. Shout out to fucking Buyer Seller. My street soldier. Yeah, we always get a couple haters. They just mad, bro. They get mad when I make a viral post, I swear. Slow day, huh? Stop posting about all the fun fights last night. Let's just speculate on what Trump said to Joe. It's like, bro, chill the fuck out. But a lot of people liked it too. Joe's one of them. Rogan is such a cuck now. A lot of people resided with it. But shout out my street soldier, buyer seller. Space Kid says, "Ah, come on." Jiri head works slowly. That's what people from his country do. They were mad because I said Hawk would beat Ulberg. Oh, that one. That one. You're not even talking about the other one. Shout out to buyer seller. Still street soldier activities. But anyway, Hawk would beat Ulberg. I low-key think Hawk would beat Ulberg. This guy, Jordan Matthews, goes, was with Josh Hokit UFC for 2 years as we battled to make the 49ers roster. We immediately became friends and unfortunate to still call him a brother to this day. 2 things. That's no gimmick. My guy is really out of his mind. Second, dope bet against him. Incredible. The Incredible Hawk. Oh, check this out. John and Gable. Okay. So let's speak on it. Gable Steveson signed last night. What's
going on here, John? John and Gable, what are y'all doing? What's going on?
John is so gay.
What's going on here, John? John and Gable, what are y'all doing?
Gable's another pick me, bro. Gable's another fucking pick me. This whole Gable Steveson signing. You guys got to be kidding me with the whole Gable Steveson signing. Mercy. You guys see Mercy? I see like 6 kicks. 7. 8. Yeah, mercy my ass, boys. Mercy my ass. Jiri feeling bad for Ulberg. I do see that. This is what Joe's talking about, but Joe shouldn't make excuses. This is it right here. This is it for Jiri, where he did feel bad, you know. But it doesn't fucking matter, bro. Look. That was it. You know, that was it. Okay, shout out to JT Lyons, homie who makes all the lines. He goes, Mercy would have been just back off and let the round end. Mercy would have been just keep touching that front leg and let Ulberg decide if he wanted to keep going. Jiri went headhunting on someone he thought he had dead to rights. The Jiri cope is weird. He was gifted an injury TKO belt and got greedy. It wasn't mercy. It was the same horrible defense that's gotten him KO'd or cracked in every fight he's been in. He wanted the highlight. He became one. Jiri Mercy Prochazka. Jiri claims to be a killer, be killed, top fight samurai. IQ 0. I'll be honest, I was never on the Jiri hype train ever. Makes heavyweight interesting though. We ain't got much. No, he definitely spices it up. And I will say, you know, I think UFC 327 is gonna be in my books. I think off the top of the dome, I could say 327 best card of the year. You know, I put it in the thumbnail, so or I put it in the title. I put it in the description, so I might as well just say it officially. You know, I think UFC 327 was the best card of the year. As a collective, you know, the storyline coming out of it, everything. Good strength of schedule. The fights delivered. Biggest complaint is the broadcast. We already know that. My biggest complaint is the broadcast. Yeah, buyer seller goes, and when he won his belt, he was never going to win, but he got lucky. What's his name? Glover Teixeira fucked up the last 2 minutes or some shit of round 5. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying earlier, buyer seller. That's exactly what I said earlier. And then I tried to really, you know, I got greedy with my point, and I tried to fucking parlay that into King Mo loss, being like, yeah, he really sucks. But honestly, all right, you know, he's forgiven for the King Mo loss. But, you know, the whole Jiri thing is very valid. Or sorry, the whole Jiri versus Glover thing is very, very valid. Like super valid. That shit is super valid. Let's keep scrolling. Islam got robbed. Couldn't care less. Trump and Paulo Costa. Trump says congratulations to Paulo Costa on a great UFC fight last night in Miami. He will absolutely be a future champion. It was great talking to him outside the ring after his big victory last night in Miami. President Donald Trump. Future champion. Paulo keeps saying, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. What's poppin', Perfecto? There's a fucking war. I don't want to see Trump at the UFC. He was there. He was there, all right.
This is a lesson that I always say. You know, those guys, athletes out there who keep their hands down when they fight. Bobby Green, Jiri Prochazka, Wing C. When you have your hands down, if a guy goes, what? And you can't block everything. And that's a shot that just caught Jiri Prochazka at the very edge on the chin and drops him. And now we have a new light heavyweight champion of the world with Carlos Ulberg. I think he's never going to break that habit of keeping his hands down, fighting that way. I feel absolutely gutted for him. You know, he had that, you know, he wanted to show some mercy. This
Space Kid says, I love the high hopes Trump has for these fighters. Future champ, LOL. I could see it. Future champ kind of crazy, but shit. Yeah, Trump's super delusional with the UFC. You ask him who his favorite fighter is, he's going to give you some crazy ass name. He had something funny to say about like Khabib and shit like that. And like, I don't know, just like the GOATs in his mind. Perfecto, real shit though, right? To be honest, if you want my opinion, it's like, I don't really care fully, just to put that one out there. But if you're asking for an opinion, I will just give you a thought about the whole Trump at the event thing with the war going on. It's a bit weird. It is a bit weird. I guess he lives there though. But it's like, yeah, bro, there's a war going on. People aren't too happy about it. Don't necessarily know if you want to go out, but shit, why not? G goes, Trump ain't tapped in like that. Honestly, he probably thinks people still fuck with him. He just be showing up sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, it's not like I was like, oh my god, like I bet you Luke Thomas was like, you know, having a brain aneurysm while seeing Trump walk out during the war. But like, to me personally, I was looking at Trump and I didn't be like, oh shit, he shouldn't be there. But I mean, when you think about it, it's like, you know, spend your time somewhere else. He should be on a conference call somewhere, LOL. Nah, I feel that. I love anal. Hello, everyone. What's the topic of discussion? Just that Jiri Prochazka is, you know, number one, coping and making excuses. Number two, downing Carlos Ulberg's win, discrediting it, disrespectful. Number three, you know, he's doing it again. He did this with Alex Pereira, called excuses, called unfairness, called cheating, got knocked out again, right? Had no excuses that time, gets knocked out by Ulberg. Now it's mercy. So we know two things about Jiri now. You know, two things are true about Jiri. His kryptonite is mercy and witchcraft, aka voodoo. And now we doom scrolling. And I don't want any corn to pop up or anything, so let me just black the screen. because that would fuck me. And honestly, sometimes corn does pop up on X. Hey, you guys saw how they burned down like some paper towel building? Honestly, fuck corporate America. I hope, people saying, "Oh, they don't know how insurance works," but it's like, bro, that insurance is getting a massive increase though. Is it not? Like if they're paying a insurance deductible of like, 5K a month, that deductible is going up to like 20K now. But yeah, fuck corporate America. Growing up, I got no problem stealing from a Walmart, a Target, no problem at all. Right? Fuck them. Fuck them totally. Corn is crazy, bro. To be honest, bro, sometimes it pops up. So we don't want to take any risks. It actually popped up like a day or two ago. So yeah, I'm just being careful with it. Perry XXX. No, I don't even ask for it, but so yeah, Taco Padilla and his team. This is from Mike Heck. Uh, Taco Padilla and his team have submitted a formal protest in regards to the scoring of his UFC 327 matchup with Markel Medeiros. His team tells me Padilla was announced the winner, and then the fight was changed to a majority draw around an hour later. More coming to MMA fighting. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough because the rounds were close. It wasn't like Taco took down Markel and held him there for 5 minutes, and then Markel got the round scored for him. It was contested on the feet in a back and forth fight. However, I did score 1 and 3 for Taco, and 2 is arguably for Taco too. So I see his argument. It's just almost not a good enough, cold enough case, so to speak. I mean, MMA Joey's reporting UFC just recorded their worst Miami gate of the modern history. The UFC is dying a slow death. UFC 299, 14 mil. UFC 287, 12 mil. UFC 314, 11 plus mil. UFC 327, 6.5 mil. Same arena, half the venue, or half the revenue. 327 was a complete flop and embarrassment for the UFC. I kind of buy it. I know fans be posting their photos from the event being like, it was packed. But I mean, numbers don't lie when it comes to that. Clint McLean says, no joke, I think this is prediction market manipulation. We've seen this twice now recently. He wrote recently twice. We've seen this now recently. Damn, he really fucked me up with that typo. We've seen this twice now recently, and people are betting the right fighter before the decision is officially overturned. I don't recall this happening in years past. It's always something with this stupid sport. That's speaking about Taco Padilla. Interesting. What are the comments on this? They need to lock the market instantly and pay out like Betfair does. Can't be having to monitor winning bets for hours or losing money by hedging and betting on the losing fighter. Those that made money after that should have money taken from them. Not fair, makes no sense. Yeah, what's prediction market manipulation? How do you bet the right fighter before the decision? Live betting? Homie didn't explain it well enough. I Love Anal says, I have corn addiction. I mean, shit. Many of us do, homie. Don't sweat it. Damn, Perfecto got caught stealing pre-workout from Walmart back in the day. Bro, Walmart of all places caught your ass. That's like the easiest place. And pre-workout from Walmart, homie. Perfecto. Can we do better than that? Can we get your pre-workout from like Nutrition Shop or something? Run up the likes on the stream, boys. Run up the likes on the stream. Bro, I was a kid.
If you had to go back to the corner and they checked your knee,
That
might not have continued.
that's what I was thinking. I was worried they were gonna stop the fight.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, and exactly that's why I knew that I had to finish him in that first round. I knew that I had to pop my shots a little harder and get him out of there before he was to go to the back or go to the corner, and his coaches would be like, go for it because his knee's out, and then I'd be done for. So I made sure that I would throw my punches a little harder. If you had to go back to
Carlos, man, a few words. But Carlos is saying if he had to go to his corner, if the fight didn't get stopped in the first, he probably wouldn't have been granted the opportunity to continue. G goes, Walmart be having good shit sometimes. They even have Gorilla Mind and Mode. Damn, really? Isla Vanel says, I'm actually watching Corn right now while watching this stream. That's how addicted I am. Honestly, homie, I believe you. I believe you. Carlos has no personality, JDM fans. I mean, that makes two of them. JDM don't got any better of a personality. But Carlos, the thing about Carlos is he always repeats. When they ask him a question, they'll be like, do you think the fight would have been stopped if you went to the corner? And he'll be like, I think the fight would have been stopped if I went to the corner. It's like, like, bro, like, can you elaborate? Like, that's his vision of elaborating. Instead of just saying yes, Ulberg goes, I think the fight would have been stopped if I went to the corner. Ilaveno says, yes, I'm not lying. I can DM you a screenshot of what I'm watching. Please don't. Please don't send me a screenshot. But shit, homie, I ain't judging you. I ain't looking down on you. So if you watching Corn and watching this stream, kind of weird. But honestly, man, you know, shit, I've been watching Corn and multitasking in my past too. I ain't gonna cap. I've been doing like homework in college, you know, peeping some Corn. So I believe you, homie. Been a minute since I did that though. Been a hot minute. I'm not beating, I'm just watching. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, homie. You know, don't want to say too much, but it's like, dude, homie, just jerk it and be done with it. What the fuck you watching it for? It ain't no movie, homie. It ain't no movie. And if you're not watching it to like, you know, if you ain't watching it just to game plan for a baddie tonight or something, turn that shit off, homie. If you're not game planning, if you're not jerking, don't be watching it. I could confidently say that. I mean, that's just crazy. Damn, I beating his shit to Jacob's voice. I know, crazy work. He got the screenshot ready to go. He's like, I could send you a screenshot if you want. It's like, nah, homie. I don't want to see you watching no BBC action. Come on now. Nah, that's weird, my guy. Let's keep it 100. Shit, man. I mean, Perfecto. Some of these boys be horny, man, and I know they horny, so it is what it is. I just watch it as if I'm watching a movie. That's insanity. Insanity, homie. All right. All right. That was a good little segue. That was a good segue. We got high tea in this chat. Shout out to all the boys with high tea. Dude, following the plot. He following the plot for sure. That's hilarious. LO, what's the age group you think your audience is? To be honest, I always think you guys are older, bro. I always think you guys are older. And then I kind of remind myself later on, I'm like, fuck. I hope I don't be talking about no like drugs and shit and there's like a 16-year-old in this fucking chat. Even though, you know, that's how old I was when I was smoking on Kush and shit. I think my audience, I looked into it. The audience the audience is about like more so 18 to like 32. That's what I seen. The audience is like 18 to 32 range. It is pretty much mostly made up of like young adults. But we do have some young bucks in here too. But the corn I don't even feel bad about. I know these young bucks be dabbling in the corn like crazy, so. Perfecto calling out I Love Anal for following the plot of the corn. I mean, and watching corn and listening to me. I mean, shout out Perfecto. I'm on Demon Time. Perfecto on Demon Time. Proud 46-year-old here. Shout out to Dana Shite. Hey, I got a question. How would you feel if someone was vaping in the sauna? I would not like that. I would not like that. I'd tell him to get it the fuck out. I'd look at him and I'd be like, yo, bro, go hit that outside the fucking sauna. Honestly, that's what I would tell him, Perfecto. I'd look at him, I'd make eye contact. And if he doesn't want to make eye contact with me, he's just blowing clouds, I'll be like, yo, bro, go hit that outside the sauna. You know, chill the fuck out with that. I had a scenario at the gym the other day, story time. Try a poll with age group. All right. All right, let's see. What's the demographic in the chat? Fucking Perfecto got a gym story, got to hop on a call. Drop it in the chat, homie. Let's see it. Drop it in here. Gym stories are good, but I mean, for the people who are tuning in, I don't know if they want to come into a gym story. To be honest, Perfecto. Doesn't Perfecto work at gym? That guy wipes down loads, if I'm not mistaken. Damn. Damn. Tyler Betts firing off shots. Turned 28 end of January. Juice 27. Did the climax hit I? What's the gym story, Perfecto? Too long to type. All right, all right. Where do racist bodybuilders work out, Jim Crow? That's a good one. All right, back to Doom Scroll. Hold on, that left hook was kind of deadly though from Ulberg. I can't lie. Wait, peep this left hook from Ulberg. It was kind of deadly. Check it. Ready? Boom. That was good. That was good. That was good. Oh, my bad. My screen's in the way. Boom. Boom. Spacey goes 24-hour fitness is where you can find the racist. Is that true? I never met a racist at 24, but it could be true. It could be true. Look, here's the original excuse. Here's the original excuse.
He's trying to play something. I saw him in his eyes. What he's doing, some technique. Doesn't matter. I'm pure. I don't care. I just want to show the pure performance. Who's the best?
Bro's a fucking head case. Let's call it what it is. He's such a head case. 24-hour fitness gets really gay in the sauna after 9 p.m. Yep, it does. I can confirm it. I can confirm. Bunch of diddies show up at the sauna past 9 p.m. for some odd reason. Tyler Betts knows that. Aspinall would have rolled to his back immediately. Yeah. That hook reminded me of Ilya KOing Volk. Kinda. A little different. Yuri a ladder step right up. Yeah, Yuri a head case, bro. He kind of delusional. Look at him in the picture right here. Like, look at this freeze frame. It's like, homie, you're like 32, putting your fist up in the air like that. You know, but, you know, that's the funny thing is people don't want to do Yuri like that, right? People don't want to do Yuri like that, but people would do me like that. And, you know, that's why I have to walk him down all the time because people will happily walk me down. Boys, if I was over here being serious as fuck, raising my fist in the air, being like, I got the pure performance, you know, you guys would be like, chill the fuck out. And it's like, grown-ass man with a daughter on the way. No offense. Oh, man, he's going to kill me. But it's like, grown-ass fucking man. Grown-ass fucking man, bro. Raising his fist up in the air like that. Let's go for that.
Who's the best?
Who's the best
Who's the best?
Who's the best Damn, Castro. Nah, that is true, unfortunately. Come on, boys. Come on. You all would have gaslit me. If it was me... Boys, if it was me, I would have been fucking gaslit a million times over. I cannot let Yuri slide with this. Grown-ass man. Grown ass fucking man, dude. And he even goes like, who's the best? I? Not even me. Not even I am. You know, I? Shit, homie. You living in a fucking Lord of the Rings sequel or some shit. Something I never seen.
I just want to show the pure performance. Who's the best? I am.
Oh man, grown ass fucking man, bro. Perfecto's fucking dying. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm glad I stayed live just for that. I'm glad I stayed live a bit longer just for that, bro. Wasn't planned, wasn't rehearsed. I just peered back over at the screen. I got blue-eyed bandit Yuri with his fist raised in the air. And I'm just like, damn, is that 32-year-old fucking Yuri staring at me with his fist in the air? Talking about, let's go for that and shit like that. Who's the best? I? Who do you think you are? I am. That would have been better. Yuri's a good noodle. He's a good noodle. Perfecto's fucking dying. Shout out, boys. Shit, we conducting a comedy skit every night over here. Do you think Jones ducked Ulberg? No. I think Jones kind of ducked, Oh, Perfecto goes, I never want to see Erie again, ever. Damn. Do you think Jones ducked Ulberg? Nah, but I think Jones kind of ducked Aspinall. How bad is Bumtree? Oh, he kind of bad, Danishite. Khalil kind of bad. And he thinks he's like Yuri, which is really weird to me. You guys will see it play out more in the future. I think I'm onto something with that one. Khalil Roundtree, ever since losing to Yuri, Alex, he kind of like thinks he's Alex. It's really hard to explain, but add him to the list of fighters that cried off a loss. Yuri, DC, Tyra, Diego, who else? Oh man, the crybabies after losses. Granted, this dude didn't shed a tear, but I mean, he might as well. He's doing everything but shedding a tear. Doing quite literally everything but shedding a tear. Who else cried after a loss? Charles Oliveira maybe or something? Charles likes to cry. Usman cried after a win. Gene Silva. Gene Silva definitely cries. Pause on Yuri's face. Fuck, we just destroying Yuri tonight. Tyra was the worst TBH. Had to have Roy Val comfort him. Yeah, that's super goofy. Let's see Ilya working on grappling. If Tyro was balling after losing to Roy Val, bro, definitely deserves to be trolled. Damn, Ilya and his fucking Greco goes super hard, though. Super hard. If anyone's wondering what I mean with the Greco, this shit. Even the standing guillotine that he wraps up, he good, bro. He good off a takedown. Look, takedown attempt. Homie going in for a double leg, right? On the cage. Ilya ends up guillotining him for the double leg takedown attempt. Dangerous everywhere, bro. And then he shows a nice upper body takedown, which is what not Sambo, sorry. But the nice upper body takedown is Greco-Roman wrestling. Right? Greco-Roman wrestling, what is that, boys? Drop it in the chat. I just want to see how educated you boys are. What's Greco-Roman? Drop it in the chat. I just want to know. Boom. Here's that Greco. No one dropped it in the chat because no one knows. Upper body takedowns is what Greco-Roman wrestling is. So obviously, you know, everybody prepares for lower body takedowns in the UFC. Right? How to defend a lower body takedown. Except Ilia Topuria, you know, he don't need that lower body takedown. He goes upper body every time. That's how he took down Charles Oliveira, upper body. So I'm not that educated yet. Wrestling, no worries, no worries. But this is good information to know. So I'm kind of like I'm really explaining it to you guys, right? Greco's cool because it's only upper body takedowns. In the pure sport of Greco-Roman, you cannot take somebody down by the legs. You can only take them down by an upper body lock, right? That's where the suplexes come into play, head and arm throws. You know, the judo tosses as well are part of Greco-Roman. But it's zero legs, zero leg attacks. So that is Ilia Toporia's background, Greco-Roman. And with that being Ilia's background, he got all the upper body takedowns. Peep this one. Peep this one. Tyler Betzkos was about to say opposite of freestyle. Kinda, yeah, pretty much. Check this out, though. Except in freestyle, you can go upper body and lower body, right? So that's why I say kinda. Freestyle, upper body, lower body, everything goes. Greco, upper body only. Boom. I mean, it's good shit, bro. These guys are not going to see it coming. They're not even training for this. No crotch sniffing. None. None. Throws only. You know, the expression like Habib Airlines? Yeah, that comes from throws. Some big takedowns, yes, but throws are a big, you know, reference to the airlines. So yeah, keep that in mind. That is his secret weapon, bro. Homie, like he don't even got to pull out the Greco because he's so good at boxing and jits, but he got that Greco on lock as well. And he got lower body takedowns, obviously, right? Because that's what everybody works. But he like mastered in the shit that people don't really work that much, which is surprisingly boxing and fucking, you know, upper body takedowns, I guess. Oh shit. Wait. Wait, did Aiden Ross shit on Yuri? From all that happened, I realized one thing. Not everyone's that friendly and respectful towards you as your friend. Hope fighters will stop interacting with this piece of garbage. Oh, shit.
I just won more money with Carlos. I won 150 with Carlos. I would have won 100 with Jiri. So I won 50,000 more with Carlos. Jiri had that fight. He could have won. I don't understand why after you tear an ACL, bro, he tried putting weight on his back leg twice. Couldn't do it. You kick him in the leg 3-4 more times. Herb Dean, or no, it was Mark. Who's the ref? Sorry. They're calling the fight.
You don't even know who the refs are, homie.
Bro, do you understand? Like, Jiri shouldn't have done that. I just won more money.
Man, everything in me wants to tell this, or wants to say like Aiden Ross does not deserve to talk right now, but shit, I'm gonna let him. Anybody can speak about the sport. You know, it's free to the public. Anybody can have an opinion. It's like telling him not to have an opinion on the NBA. If he watched it, he could speak about it. What sense does that make? Rich people bets SMH. Yeah. He basically just picks the bigger underdog. I mean, that's his logic. Oh, he's the bigger underdog. I'm going to make more money if I bet on him. It's like, okay. Have you seen that clip of Ilya hitting a Spanish fly on that kid? I think I have. Yeah, where he steps into the ring and just absolutely throws the little dude. I think I seen that, Tyler Betts. He was in like street clothes too, right? Wait, what? The Rock? Here, The Rock. This is what The Rock says. The Rock opens up about how he has no privacy since he became famous. Says he always has girls that flirt with him wherever he goes. Since being known as, quote, the sexiest man alive. Since when? Since when was The Rock the sexiest man alive? He goes, on a commercial flight, I'll buy the seat next to me and I'll fall asleep. Oh, what a tough life you have, homie. What a tough life. When I wake up, there's notes. Then I go to the bathroom. Then when I open the door, everybody's waiting outside the bathroom door. Bro, okay. No shade, but he shouldn't fly commercial. Oh, Tyler Betts goes, he bet on both. It sounded like TBH. A lot of dumb rich people bet like that at the sports books my girl works at. That's super weird, bro. And there's a way to not have to bet on both. Just bet the difference on the underdog. That's all you're trying to do. If you bet money on the fucking favorite and the underdog, if the favorite wins, you lost money on the underdog. I see what you're saying, though. They probably, you know, make it so they profit like $1 or something. That's super goofy. I know what you're saying. I don't even want to waste my my brain capacity on a stupid ass bet like that, though. Bro, if money wasn't a problem, I wouldn't give a fuck about any of that stuff. It's like, oh God, The Rock has a bunch of baddies writing him love letters as he sleeps on the, you know, commercial plane, buying up the whole row. Oh gosh. And then he goes to the bathroom and he has more women just hitting on him. The most beautiful things you ever seen. Oh gosh, poor guy, poor me. Poor me. Oh my gosh, The Rock. My life is horrible, you know. I buy up the row, sleep on a plane, get love letters when I wake up, all over my face, so to speak. I go to the bathroom, I come out, I got girls fawning over me. Poor me. My life is so hard. Shut the fuck up, homie. Rich people say anything to complain, but I get some people do miss living a regular life. Yeah. Being able to commit crimes and nobody knows about it. Shit, I could still live a regular life. I could still live a regular life for now. Okay, we're pretty much gonna be arriving to the end here, though. But I'll give you guys this one. Give you guys a couple. You know, one, Big Onk, Magomed Ankalaev. He says Prochazka kept kicking Carlos's legs. He did not show him any mercy. Fake. Okay, that's Big Onk. And then here we go. Dovey. Shout out Dovey. I already was asking about this a little bit. You know, I kind of had the same idea. Like, anyone peeping Izzy's story to see him reacting to the fight, or no? Anyone at all? Izzy be reacting, you know, to all the fight cards. His homeboy just was in the main event, won the belt at light heavyweight. He gonna react to it? Where's the videos of Izzy reacting to Carlos Ulberg's win at UFC 327, his teammate? He literally does it for everybody, even when they're not his teammates. He even did it for Joaquin Buckley versus Usman, right? Not his teammate, just off the Nigerian strength. But, you know, God forbid his actual, you know, brother from New Zealand, Carlos Ulberg, wins the belt and he don't react. But anyway, you know, here's what these grown-ass men got to say about these other two grown-ass men and their friendship, all right? Here's what this grown-ass man got to say about this grown-ass man reporting on these two grown-ass men, you know, failed friendship. If you got all that, shout out to you. I wonder what their beef is. Carlos Ulberg and Izzy haven't been seen together for a long time now. They also haven't supported each other on social media after fights. They've unfollowed each other on IG as well. So, yeah, there you have it. Would have been nice if somebody asked that at the post-fight press conference, but these guys ain't woke enough. They just don't know shit. But that would have been a great question to ask at the post-fight presser. What do you think Izzy got to say about your win? Just play coy. Just play coy. You don't got to admit that you know that they're beefing or that you even, you know, you don't even got to allude to it. Just say, what do you think your teammate Izzy got to say about that win? Have you heard from Izzy? Has Izzy called you? Play innocent. You don't know what's going on, right? He ain't said shit. Damn, Ulberg got 180K followers is crazy. UFC champion with 180K followers is crazy. Yeah. Look, Next MMA says the dude from the Line 3 hasn't lost a single fight. At first it was funny, now it's scary. I told you guys, people were hating on me for posting it. You know, I only post the truth. And JT Lyons, see the truth. That's why I posted him. JT Lyons is the truth. Other people be trying to do the green line, straight line theories. I don't be posting them. It's not the truth. JT Lyons is the truth. The lines move through him. He doesn't even control it himself. He's a vessel. Okay? He's a vessel. Sent by who? I don't know. God, potentially. Apparently, Ilya cracking these pads. Let's see it. Does have crazy fucking power. Bro has crazy power. This smile right here, this smirk is not too much. He not glazing at all. He not glazing at all. We got to see that twice. Ilya got crazy power. The shortness in these shots, the thud in them. Watch this shit, boys. If you whatever you doing right now, stop what you're doing. And just feast your eyes on this beautiful pad work. Just stop what you're doing. Just take a look at this pad work. You know, this is only a moment in time. Whatever you're doing, I doubt it's as important as watching this pad work right now. You guys stopped what you're doing, you're watching? Okay, let's hit play. Where MMA is so weird though. I could never figure out how these guys like train and shit. They all be like in their own little secret rooms by themselves with no other UFC fighters like training with non-UFC fighters. And it's like, what the fuck? I never seen shit like this. You compare this to like the NCAA, you know, college wrestling. I know I always do that, but compare it to boxing. Right? Boxers work with other good boxers. All the time. You'll see Ryan Garcia, right? Sparring with other, you know, journeyman boxers, so to speak, to get ready for fights. Like, why don't we see Ilya? You know, like Hamzat and Khalil Roundtree Jr., that's a little something. But why don't we see Ilya, you know, sparring you know, a reject UFC fighter, so to speak. But no, I'm saying MMA training is kind of weird. I don't know like what the blueprint is for training, but all these guys be training by themselves in their own little warehouses, like I just said, you know, with no other UFC fighters as training partners, really. You've seen it already. We showed the grappling footage of Ilya like 20 minutes ago. That dude ain't in the UFC, just like a coach. This dude is boxing coach, which is cool. He's hitting pads, but you know, who does Ilya spar? Right? Where's the gauges of things? Who does he spar? You know, who does he practice drills on? How good are his training partners? Extreme Couture, I kind of like that, but at the same time, it's run by Eric Nixick. That's why I like Trevor Whitman's gym. I see Usman. I see Justin Gaethje. I see them bringing in Fares Ziem. So, you know, that's something I can kind of gauge, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Champion coach, you know, 2 champion fighters, bringing in a young buck, a young upstart to get ready for, you know, the Paddy fight. Makes good sense. You know, oh, Fares Ziem, he could arguably beat Paddy. He helping Gaethje prepare for Paddy. Okay, that's why I'm saying, like, I'd like to see these guys kind of spar with the same crop of people, so to speak. Same crop being like UFC caliber guys. Whether they're washed or not, it's just easy. It's cooler to see. It gives context. Like, let's see him beat the shit out of Luis Pena or something like that. And then give Luis Pena a bag. Shout out Violent Bob Ross. But this power is crazy. Oh, yeah, Armand, too. You know, Armand working out at Jackson's studio. It's like, I see them drilling. I see them hitting pads. I see them staying in shape. But who do they run the drills on? You know, how good are their training partners? I know I'm kind of going full circle, but allow me to. You know, how good are their training partners? When somebody says, okay, we're practicing arm bars, right? Grab a partner. Let's drill it. How good is that partner? I would love to know. Everybody scored the fight for Padilla. I'm going to bookmark this. Hokit and Covington being born in the same city and having the same birthday is hilarious. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. April. Oh, wait. When's his birthday? November 1997. Born Clovis, California. This dude's trolling. Yeah, Kobe born 1988. February. Kobe old, born 88. Damn. What's his name? Pause the corner. LOL. Who genuinely fucks with Ulberg? Haven't seen any fans of his. Not hype. Is he coming off a loss? He might be refocusing off social media. Nah. Izzy and Ulberg aren't cool. A while back, I remember Izzy saying Carlos Ulberg is the next champ. Might have been before Izzy's downfall. Yeah, they were training together up until like 2 years ago. Tyler Bet saying the gays and girls fuck with Ulberg. Socks on that mat. True. Talking about Ilya, there were definitely socks on that mat, weren't there? See what I mean? Corn could have been popping up. That's D-Shape Frost hitting a woman. We don't want to see that. Donald Cerrone. My buddy Dana White owns a massive fighting organization. Shut the fuck up. I hate people that talk like that. You mean your daddy, Dana White? Shit, Gamrot reminds he already beat Armand Suruki and wants to do it again. I deserve guys from the top. Maybe BSD, maybe Patty, maybe Armand. Okay. Damn, so this I don't know who the fuck this dude is, but he goes, "You got boomers or Professor Jang says boomers sitting on millions is destroying the US economy. You got boomers sitting on 3 million in the bank, more in stocks, more in real estate, supporting their kids and grandkids. And if you have $1 million sitting there, you're like, okay, I could just sit at home and gamble or do OnlyFans. No one wants to work anymore. You can't have that if you're transitioning back to a manufacturing company. Above my fucking knowledge and pay grade. Does Khalil Roundtree piss off anyone else? Does Khalil Roundtree piss off anyone else? It's like he always steals the guy's personality he's around. That's how I feel.
Intensity's gone up. We're just a little bit more deliberate in what we're doing in training. I can feel the growth just by being surrounded by the guys that we have here. I feel the growth in myself. I feel like I'm getting more and more ready to fight. I'm sure it can happen pretty soon, so when that call does come, I'll be ready and prepared. But everything's been great. The guys are locked in and sharp, and I'm really excited for Khamzat to come back and defend his belt and show the world everything that we say of him, everything that we tell you guys about. You'll see it, and I'm excited for that moment to happen.
I think it is cool that Khamzat's training with Khalil, though. I do think it's cool. I'll leave Khalil alone. All right. That's a stream. 12:01. Hour 37 minutes. I gave you guys an extra hour after I joked that I was going to get off, so. Shout out to you boys for watching. Okay, let's shout out the streets and dip. Shout out Tyler Bet, shout out Space Kid, shout out Buyer Seller. Shout out to Jew. Shout out Tony Sal. Shout out Dana Shite. Shout out Perfecto. And is that going to be it for the evening? Shout out I Love Anal. Shout out to... Let's see. Mike Co. Shout out 93 Octane. Shout out Penny Ventures. Shout out Batman. Shout out Soda Pop. Shout out Brian C, the homie. Shout out to Otto. Good to see you, homie. All right, boys. Peace out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bit earlier stream tomorrow. Yeah, me. Shout out to Space Kid. Oh, I'm steals the personality. I ended the poll, by the way. Space Kid, Khalil Roundtree annoys you too, huh? Yeah, low-key, he annoys me. I feel like me and Khalil, we couldn't be two different dudes. We two completely different dudes. But yeah, I ended that poll. I don't know where it went, but I did end it. All right, boys. Peace out. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. A bit earlier of a stream. So tap in around 7 or 8 p.m. tomorrow. All right, peace out, boys. Thank you, as always, for watching. We need good news. We need good news, boys. Carlos Ulberg being sub 200K Instagram followers after winning the title. No wonder this week has been so bleak. You know, no wonder. Carlos Ulberg got sub 180K. Joaquin Buckley got more followers on IG than Carlos Ulberg. So it makes perfect sense. All right, boys. Peace out.